But my question is, what is he being prosecuted for?
I think that's a very fair question. I echo everything that she just said, but that had nothing to do with criminal prosecution. I believe that the Senate committee made a mistake, and that mistake was saying before the hearing that their intention was to call him and create some sort of perjury trap. One thing the Fifth Amendment stands for is you can't be forced to testify against yourself. And if someone tells you, show up here and there's going to be a perjury trap, you get to say you're going to protect yourself from the Fifth Amendment. There's only a small technical question that may get answered, and that is if he gave the statement that he gave before invoking the Fifth, did that statement inadvertently waive the Fifth? But with regard to this prosecution...
but just really quickly on that point, he invoked the Fifth in response to individual questions. Are you not allowed to do that? You don't have to incriminate...
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying to answer your own question about whether his opening statement invalidated
that's an open question that the court may have to figure out.
I'm asking you, the subsequent invoking of the Fifth, those seem to be all valid because they are in response to specific inquiries that he declined to answer.
Well, the part of the problem with that is that this whole event was considered one event. It wasn't 15 separate events.
But
it was
invoking
one
the Fifth
event.
doesn't have to be about any particular event.
Actually, that's not the way courts have treated the Fifth Amendment.
It is about incriminating yourself, period.
So
he could have decided to answer some questions, but not others.
If you're sitting on the stand and you start answering questions, and then you decide you're not going to answer questions by invoking the Fifth, and then you decide you will, you are considered to have waived it. But the question is, was the mere formality of a statement that waiver? That's a small technical question, and I really wonder if anybody would want to pursue that case just for that.
And I think the larger question here is exactly that. Like, that is not a reason to prosecute Fauci. There are real questions about this pandemic. There are real questions about what happened there. 1 million people died, how they died. What can we learn from what happened there? And how can we protect ourselves and everyone during the next pandemic? But that's not what was going on in Congress. What was going on in that hearing was actually trying to entrap Fauci, as you said. They made it very clear that they told him. And so they could have, if they really wanted him to answer questions, they could have just said, we're giving you immunity. We are granting you immunity. You can answer all of our questions and we will not prosecute you. But they did not do that. Why?
It's because they don't actually care about, it wasn't a fact-finding mission, it was a witch hunt. And they were trying to make him their scapegoat. And
he is a witch. Let's not forget that.
We disagree on that. But I will say that it is frustrating because this is what's dangerous about politicizing public health. Because if we had serious people in office who actually wanted to improve public safety when it came to public health, in case, God forbid, we face another pandemic and we have to go through that again, and knock on wood, I really hope we don't. But if we did, they could have actually asked him serious questions about what we could have improved upon. But
I know what we could have improved upon. How about I'll start with the fact that 8,000 U.S. service members were discharged from the military for not taking the vaccine. We'll start there with civil liberties.
How do you manage to get $1 million in extra income and bonuses unrelated to your work?
That's a question for the federal government, actually, because if it wasn't allowed, then it wasn't allowed. That's actually
he's got a pardon now.
That's actually a pretty easy question to answer.
But he's got a pardon now. It's illegal, but he's got a pardon.
I feel like you guys are just slandering someone that has helped us so much.
Next for us, did Donald Trump privately tell his own donors to back J.D. Vance in 2028? Hear his response to that, plus how the vice president has taken to fat-shaming his critics online.